In this video we are going to learn about list in Python. So what is a list? So as far as we know, in common terms, it can be anything, a number of items you want to buy or anything. You can have a list of anything, but for the learning purpose we'll start with a list of numbers. So let's suppose we want to create a list of raw numbers. What should we do? How can we associate a list? So we cannot start writing like this and we can have a list inside the variable raw numbers, but we need to follow the format that Python understands. So we need to have a square bracket and then we can have our list of numbers that we want to include in our list. So if you press enter, a variable will be created, raw numbers, which is of list type, and it has all the values that you wanted to instantiate inside this, stored at different positions. So what is the position of the first element? You can see it is at 0th position, second, first position. So similarly, it's pretty similar to strings that we studied in the previous lecture, how to access any element from the list. So we can access it by their position. Raw numbers of 0, that will give us the first element in the list. So it is 1. Similarly, we can use -1 to track back from the last element and we'll get last element, -2 for the second last element, let's suppose -3 for the third last element, and so on. So you understand how to get this elements out of the list. Now what if you wanted to change some elements inside the list? That's pretty easy. Just give the position of the element. Like I wanted to change the second element, this is the second, the 0th position, first position, second position. If I wanted to change the second element, so I'll just write it like this, equal to whatever value I wanted to put inside it. Let's suppose I wanted to put 33 inside it. Now if you want to print, you can try printing by raw numbers and you will get the updated list, that is 1 2 33. 33 is the new number that we associated to the second position. So now what if I wanted to change multiple elements inside a list at once? So we can do that also by using slicing that we used in strings. We can provide the positions here. Like if I wanted to print first 3 elements of the list, that is 1 2 3, what will I do? I'll put the starting position and the ending position. What is the ending position? Ending position is 0 1 2. This is the ending position, but in Python, remember, this should be 1 more than the value wanted. So we'll go till here, but the Python will consider it till here, that is 0 1 2 3. We'll go till the third position, and but Python will print till the second position, because Python takes the ending element's position 1 less than that we have provided. So if we try to print from the first element to the this is printing from first element and the second element only. If you wanted to print first 3 element, we have to start with the 0th element. Alright, so we get the first 3 elements. Now what if I wanted to delete some of the elements? So that's pretty easy. We can go to the roll number and let's suppose I wanted to delete my second element. What will I do? I'll put this square bracket. This means empty list. This will actually delete the second element. Now if I wanted to print my list, I'll get this as empty position. So what if I wanted to add a new number to this list? So what I'll do, raw numbers dot a built-in function named as append, and if I wanted to add anything after this list, will provide this value over here and it will add at the end of the list. Now if you print your list, you'll get the updated list. Now what if you wanted to delete the entire list? What will you do? It's pretty easy. Just type your variable name and again this empty list. Now if you do this without any position providing to variable, it will actually empty the entire list. Now if you try to print out your list, it will be completely empty. So this is pretty much it about list in the beginning, and we will come to know a lot more about the list when we'll do our project of tic-tac-toe game.